guys, I hope you're all okay. So it is half term, the time when all of the kids have time off of school and the mums and dads are like, what do we do with them? I count down the days until like half terms and holidays and things, but when it actually comes to D-Day, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to cost me a fortune. So I thought I'd put together a little video with my top ideas of what to do with the kids on a budget. Now, whilst I don't think it's a bad idea for children to be bored from time to time, just to find their own activities and things to do, I do think it's a good idea to have a few things lined up throughout the week just to kind of keep them stimulated and keep yourself from going mad staying indoors. But like I said, it can end up costing quite a lot, but there's quite a few activities out and about that you can find to do really on a budget, and the kids won't know any different. You don't have to spend like tons of money on kids for them to have fun. They're kids, they make their own fun, really. But with that in mind, I also think that it's really important not to like set the bar too high, because there's lots of half terms throughout the year, and especially in the summer holidays, you don't want to like go crazy right at the beginning, because they will expect that the whole way through. So here are my top activities to do with your kids on a budget. So one of Harrison's favourite things to do is go to the cinema. Now, the cinema can be quite a costly little trip, can't it? Even if you're just going like with yourself and your partner, quite often I'm like, oh my god, how did the cinema cost that much when you've totaled up snacks and tickets and food around it? It does total up to be quite a lot. However, a lot of cinemas now do kids mornings, which are really great and are a fraction of the price. One of our local cinemas, I think it's like £2.50 per ticket, which is amazing. And they're not just for like old films, which they used to be, they're for like the new releases, which is amazing. So I think we're probably going to take a cinema trip this week, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. Something that we're going to be doing this half term, which I'm really looking forward to myself. I know that Harrison is going to absolutely love it. Emily will probably just be in the boat be like, but I'm going to absolutely love it. We've only been to a couple of museums before, but it is that we're going to go and visit a few more. Now, in London in particular, there is a whole bunch of free museums, which is so fortunate. Now, I'm sure they have vast amounts of museums all around the country, but I know of the Natural History Museum in London, which is free, and of course the Science Museum, which kids love. There's so many activities, and it's just the best kind of place to like spark conversation and get the kids learning new little facts to go back to school with. And also, I don't know what it is, I used to hate museums when I was growing up, but now I love them. Whilst I wasn't the biggest fan of museums growing up, I was the biggest arts and crafts fan. I have the clearest memories of like my mum collecting like cardboard boxes throughout the week and shredding up pieces of paper for me to stick, and oh, those were just the best days. That's why I love having arts and crafts days or mornings with Harrison. And a fantastic way to team that into learning and just keeping them busy for as long as possible is the Cbeebies art magazine. Now, this video has been sponsored by Cbeebies magazine. I've mentioned them a few times in the past. We are huge fans of them. They honestly do keep Harrison so busy. They have a range of magazines that come out. These ones here are on sale until the 20th of February, which is perfect time for this half term. And I love them just as much as he does. Honestly, we sat down with one of them yesterday, in fact, and I found myself colouring in Cbeebies art magazine just as much as he was. And something great about Cbeebies magazines, like throughout all of them, is that they support the national curriculum, which is so important. There's things in here that Harrison's like, oh, we learned that at school the other day, and I'm like, oh, did you? So yeah, they're really great to keep their minds going as well, and just to keep them busy throughout the whole day. So there is the Cbeebies art magazine, and then they also run special magazines too, like one-off. So they've got the number blocks one, which Harrison also loves. He uses number blocks at school, and he's been desperate to tuck into this one, so I think that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. But yeah, they're really great, and they're full of so many different activities. The range of Cbeebies magazines are all fun, creative and educational magazines for preschool aged children, and I really do love that they support their early years development. So the Cbeebies magazines are available to buy in all major newsagents and supermarkets, and although the prices do vary between the magazines, they honestly are so much fun and will keep your little ones busy for ages. If you fancy getting out and about, then I really recommend going on like a little nature trail, setting yourself some like targets of things to find and ticking the little list off. It's a really good activity, and kids are over the moon when they find like the things that they've been looking for. You could also tie it in with a whatever the weather picnic, which is always fun. Maybe not so much fun when you're sat in the rain, as we've done before, but the kids do love it. Just chuck on their wellies, put on their raincoats, and they will have the most amount of fun, even if they do come home covered in mud, which, I mean, it's February, it's probably gonna happen. If the weather really is that bad and you're kind of at a bit of a loose end with what to do, one of our favourite things to do as a whole family, in fact, is to build a den and have like a movie day indoors inside the den, or even have an indoor picnic, which is so much fun. Harrison quite often gets out his teepee and we'll set up the picnic blanket and make an indoor picnic, bake some cakes, which is another really good activity. It doesn't have to be like, you know, you don't have to go to town with your baking. A crispy cake or even like a box cake thing that you pick up at the supermarkets are great for kids. They know no different and they have so much fun. So yeah, just setting up an indoor picnic can be a really good idea, especially for like little ones, just to get their toys out and stuff and have like an indoor teddy bears picnic. I remember doing that with Harrison and I thought it was the cutest thing ever. I know that some boroughs throughout London in particular offer free swimming during school holidays and things, which I think is amazing. I think it's like an initiative to get kids healthy and keep them exercising, which I'm all for, especially if it's free. I think that's an incredible thing. Kids love swimming, don't they? They really do. So I definitely recommend that you check out like your local leisure centres and see what things they're putting on for the holidays, because I'm sure there will be something, Something I do like to do is saving like a big day out for the end of the holidays. I think it keeps the kids excited throughout like the whole week or 2 weeks or whatever it is they have off, and doesn't set the expectation bar too high at the beginning. Also, I really like saving the big day out for a day out with friends as well, like a big play date. Of course, the more of you there are, the more they're going to have fun, the more you're going to get from that experience, especially if it's a more costly one. You're going to want to be there for as long as possible, having the most amount of fun. And if you do go on a big day out, don't be afraid to like take a picnic with you. I think that's a really helpful thing to do, because in amusement parks and everywhere like that, the prices are high for food. So I personally always take lots and lots of snacks, loads of drinks and nibbles to keep them busy. Whilst the library doesn't seem like the most thrilling of places for kids at the time, if they've got homework and things to be doing that you know it's going to be a struggle to get them to do at home, I think taking them to a library where that is like the environment is a really good idea. I know that some libraries offer like book trails as well, which are good fun. I remember doing them as a child myself. And they also host lots of different activities. I know one around the corner from me offers like a Lego afternoon, which is really cool. It also is a perfect opportunity to get your kids like reading logs ticked off. I know that Harrison has to read a book every single day for school, which is great, but it gives them the opportunity to read different books, and it's free, so that is fantastic. A lot of our big days out that we've been on have always kind of been through like coupons, 2 for 1, entrance coupons or money offs, whether that's from like a promo code on my phone or a printed out coupon or cereal boxes. There are coupons everywhere, and you'll always see like coming up to the school holidays, they start to appear, don't they, in newspapers and things, and I think they're such a good idea. I'm not afraid to use a coupon. I love them. If it's gonna save me money, I'm gonna use it. And quite often from having that coupon, your doors are open to visiting somewhere that maybe you wouldn't have gone before, which is always fun for everyone. Everly is all about her farm animals at the moment, but there's quite a few expensive farms. There's one nearby to where we live that honestly I'm like, how much did we just pay to get in here every single time? But we still do it. That was until I found a nice little community farm that's run by like a college, I think. I'm not sure again if they are all over the country, but community farms are quite often free, and I'm really looking forward to taking Everly because she started to make like animal noises and things, and the farm is always a really good day out. So yeah, that is definitely on our bucket list this week. So those are my ideas for activities to do with the kids this half term on a budget. You don't need to spend loads of money to have fun with the kids. They will have fun wherever they are, let's be real. Kids will be kids. But I'm really excited for this half term, and I'm going to try my best not to spend too much money. I would love to know what your favourite activities are for you to do with your kids during the half term, especially those maybe outside the box a little bit and those on a budget, because it really can get super expensive, and yeah, I'm all about keeping the price down as much as I can. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please do give me a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would appreciate that so much. And I will see you guys soon, probably for some day out vlogs during the half term. So yeah, have a good one. Enjoy the kids while they're not at school, and don't spend too much money. Bye.